Hey beautiful warriors, welcome back to Yoga TX. I'm Nicole. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we have a nice little wake up stretch for you, but you could literally do that flow any time of the day, whenever your body feels like a nice little stretch, not too much flowing. This could be a nice flow for you to come back to. So grab your coffee, your tea, or your water, come to your mat and join me for our wake up flow. We start today seated at the back end of our mat. So come to a kneeling position. Sit onto your heels. Bring your hands, palms facing down, bring them onto your thighs. Before we start, let's just create some space within our upper body. So with your inhale, roll your shoulders up towards the ears, and with your exhale, drop the shoulders down and feel that nice opening in your chest. Move your heart and your skull over your pelvis. Close your eyes and connect with your breath. With your inhale, expand the crown of your head towards the sky. And with your exhale, soften and relax the shoulders. Inhale, find length in your spine, open up your chest. Exhale, soften and relax the shoulders. We start to deepen the inhale and extend the exhale to bring them to an equal length. So you inhale to 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. One more round, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, and exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Keep inhaling and exhaling in your own rhythm, and try to keep that balance between your inhale and your exhale. Feel free to set your intention for your practice. Just think about what brought you to your mat today. And gently open up your eyes. Open up your knees, keep your big toes together, sit onto your heels. Extend the arms towards the top of the mat. And lower the torso down towards the floor in between your knees, wide-legged child's pose, Balasana. Keep your hands in alignment with your shoulders. If you can, try to connect the forehead to the floor. With your inhale, breathe into the back of your body. And with your exhale, release the torso closer to the floor. We take 3 cycles of breath. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, melt the torso down towards the floor. One more cycle of breath. With your next inhale, rise up onto your fingertips, come to your spider hands, press the fingertips into the floor. With your exhale, release the chest towards the floor. Extended stretch for your shoulders. If you're tight in your shoulders like me, that should feel nice and juicy. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, release your chest towards the floor. One more cycle of breath. With your next exhale, bring the palms back down to the floor. With your inhale, push the floor away. With your hands, rise up the gaze. Bring your hands closer to your torso. Claw your paws, tag the toes. Push through the hands, lengthen the legs. Move your hips up into a downward facing dog. Pedal your feet, walk out your dog. Give it a few steps. If you wish, move your hips right to left. Find stillness in your down dog. Gently bend the knees, tailbone points up towards the sky. Rotate the upper arms outward and push through the hands. Feel that nice lengthening in your spine. Shake your head, say yes, no, to release any tension you might be holding in your neck. With your next inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes, and with your exhale, release the heels and the sternum closer to the mat. We do 2 more rounds. Inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, release. Find a little bit more depth in your downward facing dog. Keep pushing through the hands. Make sure you don't have any weight on your wrists. With your next inhale, rise up onto your tiptoes one more time. And with your exhale, release the heels and the sternum towards the mat. Open up your feet a little bit wider so you have a little bit of a better grip, wider stand. Bring your left hand either to the outside of your right knee, right calf, or if you can, all the way down to the outside of your right ankle. And lift the gaze up towards the sky. Twisted down dog. Push the floor away with your right hand. 2 more cycles of breath. Twist from the belly button upwards. Last cycle of breath. Release. Bring the left hand to the floor. Downward facing dog. Let's take this to the other side. Start to lift off your right hand. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee, calf, or if you can, all the way down to your ankle. Lift the gaze up towards the sky, so you look up underneath your left armpit and you twist from the belly button upwards. Push the floor away with your left hand. Be strong in your arm. 1 more cycle of breath. Release. Bring the right hand back onto the floor. Move the feet a little bit closer together. Release the heels and the sternum towards the mat. 2 more cycles of breath. Push through the hands. Feel that nice lengthening in your spine. With your next inhale, gently lift the right leg and step the right foot forward in between your hands. Lower the left knee down to the floor. Press the feet into the floor. Root to rise. Lift the torso. Extend the arms up over your head. Low lunge on your right. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline. Keep your right knee stacked on top of your right ankle. Find length through the sides of your body. And elevate your chest. 2 cycles of breath. With each exhale, melting the hips closer to the floor. Bring your right hand onto your right hip. Take an inhale, find length through the left side of your body. And with your exhale, start to bend over to the right. Keep your foundation strong. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline. Press your feet into the floor. bend to the right. Look up towards the sky. 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale, rise up to center, extend the extend the right arm out long as well. And with your exhale, release the hands down, frame your right foot, lift up your left knee, step the right leg back, release into downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath before we take it to the other side. Gently bend the knees, tailbone points up towards the sky. With your next inhale, gentle lift of the left leg, step the left foot forward in between your hands, lower the right knee down, press your feet into the floor. Root to rise, lift the torso, find length through the sides of your body. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline and draw the lower belly towards the spine. Elevate your chest. This time, bring the left hand onto your left hip. Take an inhale, find length through the right side of your body. With your exhale, bend over to the left. Look up towards the sky underneath your right arm. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, come back to center. Extend the left arm out long as well. With your exhale, release the hands down, frame your left foot. Lift up your right knee, step the left leg back. Downward facing dog. Give it a couple of steps. Walk out your dog. Find stillness in your downward facing dog. Gently bend the knees. Point the tailbone up towards the sky and push through the hands, making sure you don't have any weight on your wrists. With your next inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes. With your exhale, bend into the knees, gaze forward. Start walking towards the top of the mat. Come to a standing forward fold. Keep bending into your knees. Working a little bit more into your hamstrings. Find stillness. Release the torso towards the floor. With your next inhale, bring your hands to the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, release. 2 more rounds. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Make sure you have a flat back and you find length through the spine by extending through your crown. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release. Standing forward fold. Inhale, rise up each vertebra at a time. Sweep the arms up over your head, high mountain pose. Exhale, release the hands down to your heart. We take 2 cycles of breath. Gently bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, draw the lower belly towards the spine, drop the shoulders away from the ears. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up, high mountain pose. With your exhale, release into standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step the left foot back, lower the left knee down to the floor, this time untuck the toes. Root to rise. When you're ready, lift the torso, extend the arms out long over your head. Bring some awareness into your low lunge. See if you can already find a little bit more depth. With each exhale, melting your hips closer towards the floor. And lift your heart towards the sky. With your next inhale, start to lengthen your right leg, flex your right foot, and with your exhale, hinge forward with the torso. Fold from your hips. Release the hands down either side of your right leg. Keep your hips squared. Your right hip is gently pulling back. Left hip is pulling forward. With your inhale, find length in your spine. And with your exhale, release the torso towards your right leg, finding a little bit more depth. You're working deep into your right hamstring. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, release the torso towards your right leg. Keep your hips squared. In that position, they like to move off square. With your next inhale, bend into your right knee, tuck the left toe, lift up the left knee, step the left foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, sweep the arms up over your head. Exhale, release the hands down to your heart. Let's take this to the left side. Inhale, high mountain pose. Exhale, release into standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. This time step the right foot back. Lower the right knee down to the floor. Untuck your right toes. Press, find your foundation. Press the left foot into the floor. Rise up with the torso, arms over your head. Low lunge on your left. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline, draw the lower belly towards the spine. Already here, square your hips. Left hip is pulling back, right hip is gently pulling forward. 2 more cycles of breath. Elevate your chest, soften the shoulders. With your next inhale, start to lengthen your left leg, flex your left foot. With your exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Lower the torso down. Frame your left leg with your hands. Bring awareness to your hips. Square your hips. With your inhale, find length in your spine. And with your exhale, release the torso closer to your left leg. 3 cycles of breath. Each exhale, sinking a little bit deeper. With your next inhale, bend into your left knee. Tuck the right toes, lift up the right knee, step the right foot forward into standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Arms over your head, high mountain pose. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. With your next inhale, come back into high mountain pose. With your exhale, bring the right hand to the outside of your right leg and start to bend over to the right. Look up towards the sky. You look up underneath your left arm. Lengthening the left side of your body. Press the left foot into the floor. Make sure your body weight is evenly distributed between your legs. Last cycle of breath. Inhale, rise up to center. Bring both arms up over your head. With your exhale, lower the left arm down to the outside of your left leg and start to bend over to the left. Lift the gaze up towards the sky, looking up underneath your right arm this time, making sure your body weight stays evenly distributed between both of your legs. So you might have to press the right leg into the floor a little bit more. 1 more cycle of breath. Inhale, rise up. High mountain pose. Exhale. Bring the hands down to your heart and drop the shoulders away from the ears. Come to a wide-legged stand. Pitch and toe your feet, so your big toes point inward. Press the big toes into the floor. With your inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. With your exhale, bend, hinge forward with the torso. Standing forward fold. Wide-legged standing forward fold. Release the torso towards the floor. Just take a few cycles of breath. With each exhale, see if you can come a little bit closer. Maybe you can come down onto your lower arms. Take your time here. We take 2 more cycles of breath. Start to walk your hands over to your right leg. Bring your left hand onto your right ankle. Square your hips. With your inhale, extend the right arm out long towards the sky and let your gaze follow. Bring awareness to your hips. Make sure your hips are squared. So maybe you have to pull the right hip a little bit down and lift the left hip a little bit up. Try your best to hinge from the belly button upwards. 2 more cycles of breath. With your next exhale, release the right hand down to the floor. Walk your hands over to the left foot. Bring your right hand to your left ankle. Square your hips. Inhale the left arm up and let your gaze follow. Twist from the belly button upwards. And bring awareness to your hips. Make sure they are squared. Two more cycles of breath. With your exhale, release the left hand down to the floor. Release the torso towards the floor one more time. Heel toe the feet together so that they are about hip width apart. Gently bend into the knees. Bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and extend the arms out long over your head. Feel free to keep that gentle bend in your knees. If you wish, you can start to lengthen your legs, feeling all that beautiful depth in your hamstrings. Stretching the shoulder at the same time. Press the bottom of your palms together. Keep that clasp. We take one more cycle of breath. Bend into the knees. Press the heels into the floor. Root to rise with the torso into a standing position. Extend the arms towards the floor, press the shoulder blades together, open the chest, standing cobra. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up over your head, high mountain pose. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Close your eyes, connect with your breath. With your inhale, expand your crown towards the sky. And with your exhale, soften and relax the shoulders. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, soften and relax the shoulders. Express gratitude towards yourself for taking the time out of your day for your practice. Express gratitude towards your body for flowing with you, moving with you, supporting you. Bow to your heart and your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for our gentle wake up stretch. This was Yoga TX. My name is Nicole. Thank you so much. And yes, I hopefully see you next week, Wednesday, on the mat. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.